As we get ready to enter the largest 40 Days for Life campaign ever at the end of September in 681 cities, you need to be aware of something that is going around the country that we have never seen from abortion supporters or those who support abortion, and that is open denial. Traditionally, abortion advocates have always denied science. They don't like talking about the baby or the unborn baby or abortion survivors or the details of an abortion. You'll find some abortion doctors who do in interviews, but Planned Parenthood and the abortion industry, and certainly your everyday abortion supporter, doesn't get into all that. They've always had a level of denial, but now they are openly denying some blatant things that they've always supported, and we're going to cover those as we get into the campaign in a couple of weeks so that you can be prepared on what to say and what not to say. And the first thing we're going to cover is the fact that all of a sudden, randomly, after being told that they support abortion through all 40 weeks, we are told that abortion advocates no longer support that. And that came from Jen Psaki.
No one supports abortion up until birth. This claim that Democrats support abortion up until the moment of birth is entirely misleading. No one is rooting for late-term abortions. No one is running on the platform of aborting viable babies.
So there it is. We're not North Korea, we're not China, we're not Vietnam, we're not all those crazy things those crazy pro-life people said that we were, where we had these insane abortion law that went through all 40 weeks. That's not true, except that it is. So this is not something that the pro-life movement made up. This isn't something that Sean Carney or 40 Days or some Republican somewhere just said they support abortion through all 40 weeks. Number one, that has been what Roe taught us and what Roe stated for many, many years until the Supreme Court overturned Roe. Alito actually put that in his opinion, that Roe v. Wade put us in a category with North Korea, China, and Vietnam because we had such a radical abortion law that allowed abortion through all 40 weeks. So number one, Roe v. Wade said that. Number two, the Democratic Party has told us that, and they have told us that not begrudgingly or under their breath at a cocktail party. They have celebrated it quite cheerfully, actually, and awkwardly.
I'm going to sign an executive order today that protects a woman's right to choose, protects a woman's right to contraceptive care. No insurance company can deny it, no bureaucracy can deny it, and no federal agency can deny it.
Governor Cuomo lit up the Empire State Building in 2019, celebrating an abortion bill that allowed abortions through all 40 weeks and didn't even require a doctor to do the abortion, by the way. We also heard Governor Northam, with his creepy accent, describe infanticide on live radio.
If a mother is in labor, I can tell you exactly what would happen. The infant would be delivered. The infant would be kept comfortable. The infant would be resuscitated if that's what the mother and the family desired.
We didn't imagine that. He did it. And was doing it as if he were doing us a favor, like some public service announcement. I'll tell you how it's going to happen. We'd make the baby comfortable if that's what the family wanted. He did it. They supported infanticide going back to 2019. But when you get to brass tacks, you can go just a year ago in 2022. Right after the Supreme Court leak in May of 2022, the Democrats put forward a bill that, thank God, did not go through. And I'm going to put on the screen what that supported, because these are the facts that you need to know as abortion continues to be in the media. This is the bill from 2022 that the Democrats proposed. Number one, on the screen, this bill supported abortion through all 40 weeks. That was very clear. Number two, it supported sex-selective abortion. So if you wanted a boy and you got a girl, you could abort the baby girl simply because she was a girl. And by the way, sex-selective abortion is always targeting little girls. You can ask China if you want to verify that. Number three, that the 2022 bill proposed, it would restrict conscience rights for medical workers who didn't want to participate in abortion. Number four, it supported infanticide. by denying health care to a baby who survived an abortion. So no medical health care for a baby who survives an abortion. This isn't some archaic abortion law that was proposed in 1973 or 1983 when maybe the science wasn't as good. This isn't something that was made up, as propaganda. This isn't Sasquatch. Okay, it's not Bigfoot. This was proposed in May of 2022. And so this is the new trend that we're seeing in a post-Roe world. And we predicted this many years ago, that when the overturning of Roe came, they would no longer have the comfort of Roe and the blanket of Roe to say, Roe v. Wade supports abortion. It's the law of the land. I support it. They would have to get into abortion. And now that they're having to get into abortion, they're having to go back on what they proposed, on what they supported, on what they celebrated, particularly the last 5 years, because now they have to discuss abortion. And I would encourage all of you, when you encounter this, whether it's just the open denial, and there's other things that we'll cover in the coming days and weeks, but when you encounter somebody that says, oh, no, nobody wants to support abortion through all 40 weeks, it's not that one guy, some lunatic with a megaphone on the street, wants to do it, and everybody's like, the guy's a nut. It's not that. It's governors, senators, for president. It's many, many people in our country. That's why they proposed that bill. And it wasn't 30 years ago. It wasn't even 5 years ago. It was just over a year ago in May of 2022. This is a very common, unfortunately, common political belief. And I believe it is good for our side. I believe it is a sign of desperation that until we annihilate all abortions, till we have a federal ban, till we have equal rights and protection under the law for all Americans, not when you turn 12 weeks, not when you turn 25 weeks, not when the abortion makes us really uncomfortable because it's late-term abortion, but for all Americans. And so don't be discouraged by this. Be very encouraged. And when it comes up, ask somebody, why not? Why can't we have abortion at 40 weeks? Why are you restricting a woman's right to the health care that she needs? Why are you all of a sudden saying, no way I would support abortion at 40 weeks? What's wrong with abortion? What's wrong with abortion? We don't restrict any other area of legitimate health care. And now all of a sudden they're backtracking after openly supporting abortion through all 40 weeks and celebrating abortion through all 40 weeks. And there is just no point, once conception happens, that we're really able to sleep at night and have an abortion go on. There's just no point where that happens. And that's the era that we're in a post-Roe America, and it's an era that favors the pro-life movement. So don't be discouraged, be very encouraged, and get into the heart of the matter in these conversations by speaking about abortion and making them defend it, because as we know, it's indefensible.